So I'm recording this video on November 21st, 2024, and the Phoenix Suns started off the season 8-1, and everything was good. The team was mostly healthy, the vibes were back, and things were going really well. And then all of a sudden, Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal get injured. The Suns go 1-6 in their last 7 games, and according to some people, the season is already over, even though it's not even December at the time of this recording. So I went on my Twitter and I asked you guys to send me your biggest, craziest overreactions and hot takes about the current state of the Phoenix Suns. And as Captain America once said, here's my terrible Captain America impression. I can do this all day. That was a terrible Captain America impression, I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm pretty much just going to be reacting to your hot takes, your overreactions, and just some comments and replies that I got. I do these videos every once in a while, so if you could Hulk smash that like button and please subscribe, I would really appreciate it. I have had way too much coffee today, I'm not going to lie to you guys.
Oh, this coffee stuff is great. Coffee, coffee, coffee.
So this is in no particular order, but let's start off with this one right here. Hexagon Guy 221 writes, Nurk needs to be benched until we find another center. Both Plumlee and Oso are more beneficial to have on the floor. Okay, guys, if you know me and you've been watching a lot of my content, you know that I have been a Nurkic defender, but as of late, I've been eating crow and I have admitted that he has really been struggling. I mean, the stats totally prove that fact. However, he did have a double-double last night against the New York Knicks, and I thought he actually looked pretty good throughout most of the game. I know he struggled here and there, but in all fairness to Nurkic, he has been dealing with some injuries, and it's still very early in the season. I don't think the Phoenix Suns are just going to completely give up on him, bench him, and trade him. Not yet anyways. If he is still playing inconsistent, and we're in late January and early February, then yes, you make a trade, you find a deal to bring in a better center. I don't know what that deal looks like. I know Suns Twitter and the Suns community has all these trade machines ready to go to trade Yusuf Nurkic, but the NBA just doesn't work like that. And I honestly believe that if Yusuf Nurkic is playing quality basketball by the time the trade deadline rolls around, we will not trade him. I might be a little biased when I say that, but I just don't really think that Yusuf Nurkic is going to get traded as of this recording, but we'll just see what happens. And look, you guys, I really like both Mason Plumlee and Oso Ighodaro, and I feel like when they play, they really contribute on the court. So I do see the vision, but I don't think the Suns are just going to give up on Yusuf Nurkic right now. I just can't see that happening. So one of my favorite follows on Twitter at RYB_311RB writes, genuinely convinced those late 2010 Suns teams could beat these guys right now. So if you're just specifically focusing in on the 2009-2010 Suns that made the Western Conference Finals, that would be awesome to see, especially if this was played in today's game where like teams are launching 100 threes. I mean, they had Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire, Alvin Gentry was the coach. I think they won like 54 games that season. That would be a fun battle. Somebody should try that out on 2K. Also, RB, if you are watching this video, thank you so much because I asked you to retweet my tweet about this video and you did. You're one of my favorite follows on Twitter, so shout out to you. DCoulter127 writes, they need to do some security trades for Beal and Kevin. They need better scoring, defense, and get size as well. If we're in year like 3 or 4 of this Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal experiment and we haven't won a championship 2 years from now, then yeah, you definitely do these kind of security trades, as Deborah writes here. You kind of move on, you build around, you know, Devin Booker and whatever else you got left over, especially if we're in year 3 or 4 and the experiment has failed and we haven't won a championship, then you definitely do it. But right now, that's not going to happen. At Hayden Avis 3 writes, Chris Paul would have been a great backup for Tyus if he came back. I feel like this would have been a way more better season. We need a good leader like him. Again, I'm going to keep this one kind of short. I would love Chris Paul on this team. Heck, I would have loved Chris Paul on last year's team, but Chris Paul is just way too expensive. And from what I've seen and read, Chris Paul is actually having a pretty good season right now with the San Antonio Spurs and Victor Wembanyama. So I see the vision. Chris Paul is way too expensive. And in all fairness to Tyus Jones, he has been just as good, if not better, than advertised. And I think that he is a good leader on and off the court. I do see the vision. It would be awesome to have Chris Paul coming off of the bench, but that's just not going to happen. So I don't know. At Bradley187 writes, get someone in the paint for Nurk and Allen. Okay, guys, we got to cool the brakes on this one right here. As of late, I have seen a lot of criticism and hate for Grayson Allen when he just came off arguably his best season in the NBA. I think he's also dealt with some injuries and stuff. I still believe in Grayson Allen, and I think the Phoenix Suns ownership and front office still believes in Grayson Allen. I don't think he's going anywhere. At SuperDave605 writes, I'll never turn my back on them or badmouth them with the Suns until the end. That sounds like a real Phoenix Suns fan right there. That is the positivity that we need more in the Suns community. So shout out to you for the great comment. Dusty writes, last year this team would have lost by 25. We are fighting this year. Hashtag Coach Bud. I completely agree with this, and I cannot say this enough, Phoenix Suns fans. This is not last year's team. Let me repeat that in case you missed it. This is not the 2023-24 Phoenix Suns. We are a completely different team with a competitive spirit, better leaders, and better players. I really like this tweet, so shout out to Dusty. So this next tweet was actually a response to somebody else. It was a completely different conversation, but I did want to read this one because I really do believe it, and I love the way that this was written. I don't think I could have said it any better myself. KD, literally one of the easiest superstars to play with. He can play with anyone and fit into any system. If you've watched the Suns this season, especially recently, and think KD is the biggest issue, then you just don't like him. That's something that I noticed ever since the Suns traded for Kevin Durant, is that the KD stans and fans of players are a real thing, and sometimes it can be extremely toxic. Like, I even see it in my own comment section on YouTube. Like, fans trying to divide Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, and all these KD stans are crazy for the most part, when in reality, I completely agree with this tweet, you guys. Like, Damian Lee has talked about it. Devin Booker has talked about it. So many people and players have talked about it, that Kevin Durant is a fantastic leader and a fantastic teammate. I don't know where this division comes from. And I just think that Kevin Durant really does get a bad reputation. I think Kevin Durant has been fantastic on and off the court, especially this season and really since he was traded to the Phoenix Suns. Also, Kevin Durant wants to be here despite what others say, despite, quote, rumors and reports and everything. Kevin Durant wants to be in Phoenix, and I will continue to back that up until proven wrong. And I will end the video on this one, you guys, because I saw this tweet kind of going viral. Not letting the Suns' downfall affect me because I'm a chill guy. Where did this meme even come from? Seems like a lot of teams and social media accounts are using it. I think it's pretty funny. This is a good tweet. And just so you guys know, I didn't just receive all negative comments and tweets and replies and everything. There are a lot of Suns fans that still believe in this team. There are a lot of Suns fans who are not panicking and overreacting. So shout out to you guys. We need more positivity and optimism in the Suns community, especially on social media. And also, you guys, I don't have the biggest following in the world, so I wasn't like flooded with comments and tweets. So I do appreciate anybody that takes the time to actually type up a reply, and you get featured in the video. So there's that. And I know I probably come off as delusional and crazy and biased, but that's just how I am. That's what you get on this channel. So if that's the kind of positivity and the stuff that you like, I encourage you guys to subscribe. I like to do these videos from time to time because it does switch things up on the channel. So if you guys could do me a huge favor, make sure to Hulk smash that like button, and please subscribe for everything Phoenix Suns. If it has to deal with the Phoenix Suns, I'm going to make a video about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Also, just to let you guys know, I'm going to be doing a live show this weekend to catch you up on the latest Phoenix Suns news, because the Phoenix Suns finally have a long overdue and much needed break. We have 5 days off, and the Suns really need it so they can rest, recover, and practice, and hopefully get into a better mindset so we can bounce back from what has been a really rough couple of weeks for the Phoenix Suns. Thank you guys so much for watching. Get active in the comments section. Win or lose, Phoenix Suns for life, and I'll see you guys next time. Go Suns.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.